Welcome to the Addison Bowen podcast, where we talk about what it actually takes to hit your first six or multi-six figures in business. I'm Addison, certified clinical hypnotherapist and online business coach for entrepreneurs. And 3 years ago, I decided that nursing wasn't for me, dropped out of nursing school, and dove into the online space. From free hypnosis audios to unfiltered conversations and business advice, this is the space for you to take radical responsibility towards creating your dream business. Let's dive in. Okay, guys, today I'm super excited to talk about this topic because I don't see anyone talking about this, and I think that it's super, super important. So if you are a mindset coach, a spiritual coach, a breathwork coach, an embodiment coach, any sort of coach that sells quote unquote intangible transformations or any sort of like energy work or spiritual healing or subconscious reprogramming, anything like that, then you know you have probably run into times where you've dropped offers and you haven't seen conversions as quickly as you would like. And maybe even run into the thought of like, no one wants to pay this price for this offer. Or, you know, if I was just selling money, I could then make thousands and thousands of dollars. Or if I had these like big wins or striped screenshots, like then people would want to work with me. But because I'm just selling breathwork or because I'm just selling like energy healing, people don't want to pay, you know, this price point. I know that you've had those thoughts. So I want to tell you a little story of a situation like this in my business and a way that we have overcome this, because I launched a $44 offer just a few weeks ago, about a month ago. And in that month span, I actually ended up making from this $44 offer almost $13,000 in sales, in upsales. And so this is something that I think is really important to talk about and share and just give you context to, because I have always been told that we need to like up our prices. We need to charge more. We need to, convert and speak to the people that will buy our services. But the reality is, when we are selling something that is a little bit more intangible, yes, there are ways to create massive momentum and sales in our marketing and speaking to the right people, and our messaging being, speaking to the right people that already see value in what we're serving. But there are also other ways in the back end of our business that we can create and sustain momentum for increased sales to get people into our offers. So this is something that I actually wanted to experiment with before I brought this to you guys on the podcast or taught any of this, right? Even though this is something that I've always been implementing in my business. And this started about 3 years ago when I first launched my hypnotherapy services, and it was around Black Friday. I had been planning to launch these services for probably 8 months. I had been a certified hypnotherapist for quite a while, and I had only been doing hypnotherapy for people that were already in my programs and clients that were already working with me. So I was offering a lot of free sessions to clients behind the scenes and to clients that were in my group program at the time. But I had never publicly launched these. So I wasn't taking new, people that I didn't know. It was just something that was safe for me to do with clients that were already in my space, right? And so I had planned to launch these offers for Black Friday. That's a time period where a lot of business owners are doing fun sales and, fun things. And so I was like, this is perfect. People are thinking I want to, go hard for the rest of the year. And they're also buying gifts and stuff like that. So this is the perfect time to launch these offers. But what happened when I did launch these services, and I believe that I launched one-on-one hypnotherapy and then also one-off sessions at the time. So both longer-term containers as well as, shorter containers and just one-off sessions at the time. So they had different options, right? Couple $1,000 container, like a high 4-figure investment, as well as I think they were probably about $150 to $200 per session at the time. And so I launched these. I was in Utah at the time visiting my family, and I was so excited because I was like, I'm going to make so much money this weekend. This is going to be so exciting. And something interesting happened. I launched them and went, the whole weekend promoting and selling these. And I did not sell a single session that entire weekend, right? And then I closed the sale, I think, on Monday. And I remember going to my mentor at the time and saying something along the lines of I don't understand, these are services and offers that so many people have asked me about. It's not expensive. It's only a couple $100s. Why are people willing to pay me, $3,000 to $6,000 to $10,000 for business coaching? But when it comes to hypnotherapy, they don't see the value in it. And we kind of went down this conversation of, would I, if I didn't know a lot about hypnotherapy, would I, just trust someone on the internet and spend a couple $100 to $1,000 on services with them if I wasn't really sure that it was going to be life-changing for me and I couldn't see myself in that transformation? And I was like, you're right. Because if I was just following some random person on the internet and they tell me that they have the perfect marketing strategy for me to, make $10,000 months or $20,000 months or whatever, at the time I would have been like, yep, sign me up, let's do it. And I had invested in those type of coaches. But when it came to mindset stuff, when people, were posting these mindset services or mindset coaching, if I saw, hypnotherapy and someone was talking about the subconscious mind and educating on the subconscious mind, I wouldn't initially see the value and the change in that. And especially if I knew nothing about it, it would be hard for me to spend, a couple $1,000s. Now that I understand the transformation and it's something that I've been doing for years, I won't go without it, right? And I have no issue spending that amount of money. But at the time, it was something that I wasn't fully yeah, for sure, I'd spend $3,000 on this if I knew nothing about it, right? And so this led me down this road of exploring, what the high level ideal client is and how someone can be a high level ideal client that is ready to invest and ready to spend thousands and, pay in full for something, but might still not, fully trust in your ability to transform what you say you're going to transform, or might not fully see the value in something and might need a different touch point in order to move forward with it. So after, a couple months of having this conversation and looking over this and, exploring different areas in my business that could potentially have bottlenecks and gaps, I actually ended up lowering the price for those sessions. So there was a lower entry point and people could really easily, low risk, jump in and I could start gaining testimonials. And then on the flip side, I also started basically thinking up this group program that was going to be super low entry for people to join, would give them access to weekly hypnotherapy, but wouldn't put them in a position where they had to work with me full time, one-on-one, but instead would give them the ability to connect with the group and, feel safer in that group. And I just wanted to experiment and see where this took hypnotherapy for me. So again, I was doing super cheap one-on-one sessions, also ended up, upselling a lot of people into longer term containers after that. But I was also thinking up this group program. So this led me to eventually launching Embodying the Leader Within, which is my now 6-month group program that's hypnotherapy based. We have so many amazing women inside of that program right now. I think we have 12 to 15 people inside of it right now, just seeing amazing wins. It's such a cool space and one of my most prized possessions and programs because it is just hypnotherapy. It's just mindset. And it's for the women who are so focused on the strategy that they've kind of lost themselves in the strategy and they want to come back to themselves and they want to expand their capacity to 10x their amount of success, visibility, and money in their business. And that led me to that first launch of this program. So the first launch of this program, I actually ended up getting about 10, people inside, and it was 3 months at the time. And this 3-month program was life-changing for my business because I took these women through. They saw what hypnotherapy did for them, right? They show up weekly, they connect in the group, they don't have to, share their deepest desires with me one-on-one. So they build trust with me throughout this program because I think, hypnotherapy is something where I'm directly working with your subconscious mind. You have to trust me in order for it to even work, right? So they build this trust with me. They're only paying $100 or so a month, but they're getting weekly sessions because it's in a group and I can take as many people as I want inside this group, right? And this ended up in me upselling about 3 girls, I think 2 from that round and 1 from the next round, into additional offers, whether it was group, speaking in their programs or mastermind offers, and making literally tens and tens of thousands of dollars, close to probably $30,000 just from these 3 women that went from one low ticket offer or mid ticket offer to higher ticket offers. And so this started to get my wheels turning and I was like, okay, so we talk a lot about high ticket offers in the online space. We talk a lot about raising our prices. We talk a lot about, high ticket coaching and one-on-one coaching, masterminds, group programs, and all of these things that are thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. but we don't talk a lot about how people need to build trust with us in order to spend that amount of money. And I actually just lowered my rates and I made more money from it because I allowed people to have this touch point that were high ticket buyers to build this trust with me and move, up in this container. So since then, I've experimented in a lot of different ways with this, in a lot of different offers. And something that I did last month was I guess by the time you're listening to this, it was probably 2 months ago. But last month, from the time that I'm recording this, is I thought up this offer for mindset audits. It was just another funnel for, me to connect with people, to provide them immediate value, to give them access to subconscious reprogramming one-on-one, and then potentially, move into other offers if they have questions. So instead of people DMing me and, saying, hey, I'm interested about so-and-so offer, unless I knew they were a perfect fit for like TBA or for the mastermind, I was like, hey, why don't we start with a mindset audit? And this gives me access to like hearing more from you, pinpointing what's happening in your subconscious mind and give you some tips, and also give you like in real time subconscious reprogramming, so you can see direct value from this and then move forward from there. And this resulted in not only me pre-qualifying higher ticket leads or higher level buyers for these different offers, because I know exactly where to send them after, having these conversations with them, but making money from the initial mindset audit. And then in addition to that, in less than a month, making almost $13,000 in sales from upsells from that offer. So I think I made about $700 from just that mindset audit alone. And then on the back end of selling that, without me having to market over social media and find all these new people, right? I made an additional $12,000 to $13,000 on the back end of that. And so this is something that I feel like a lot of people are missing in their businesses, right? Like we think that, oh, I can't, sell my time for that amount of money. Like I literally got on probably about 10 to 12 mindset audit calls that were 45 minutes of my time for $44 that then led me to, that amount of sales and to building trust with people. That has created a lot of momentum for me in my business, because obviously we have these front end sales that's coming from my marketing and DM conversations and stuff like that. But then I had this back end funnel that was also working for me for people that maybe just needed an additional touch point. And I think the thing that we miss about high ticket buyers is that they can be high ticket, but still not, even if they're like, yeah, I know I need subconscious reprogramming, I know I need mindset work. It could be the, ability for them to see what working with you one-on-one is like and connect with your energy that takes them to spending, $11,000 on a container, right? And so this was like a no-brainer for me to offer, this small, ticket offer or low ticket offer that's very low risk for them that could potentially, spiral into me making a lot more money and supporting a lot more people. And so this has all been an experiment for me to see if my theory around launching Embodying the Leader Within was right. And, these different touch points. And I think, it's just obviously we can see in the results that I received that they did need this additional touch point, even those high level buyers that have then, paid in full or, moved into payment plans right away. And so these mindset audits have actually converted for me, like 80 to 90%. They're a really high conversion rate because again, people are seeing what my energy is like. They're connecting with me. They're seeing what's like working behind the scenes, but they're also getting immediate value because they are, connecting with me, doing subconscious reprogramming live, taking that audio with them. They're able to do that daily. And then they're able to go into, another offer that serves them at a higher level and gives them more access to me still one-on-one. So if you're someone that thought like, oh, I need to raise my prices, I need to do this, I need to lower my prices, I need to blah, 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 just maybe think about the fact that you might just need different touch points in your offer suite so that people feel safe and build that trust with you and working with you and spending thousands and thousands of dollars, because there is so much coach hurt or like mentor hurt in this space where people have invested in high ticket programs, masterminds, consulting spaces. I've done it as well too, where I have left a space, broke a contract and paid out the contract because I've been unhappy with the space. And so I know firsthand that sometimes when you're looking at the price point of, a mastermind or something, and you're like, that's a lot of money. Like, realistically, I can afford that. But also like $11,000 when I don't trust this person is like a lot of money, right? And I've been in that position too. And I am a high ticket buyer. I'm someone, when I trust you, I will, pay in full. I'll pay for 6 months. I'll sign the 12-month contract, right? Like even with my mentor currently, I have, have been in a 6-month container. And even before we were at like month 2 of that container, I was already signing for another 6 months because I am that high ticket buyer. I will do that and I will stay in spaces long term. And I'm willing to spend tens of thousands of dollars, even upwards of, $25,000 plus on a mastermind if it feels like the right space for me. But sometimes it just requires this touch point and connection point in order for me to feel safe doing that. And I think safety is something that we don't often talk about in the online space. Like, do people feel safe if you just have one-on-one coaching right now, or you just have a really high ticket program? Do people feel safe, moving forward? Do they feel safe in investing thousands of dollars in that? Or are they looking at that like, yeah, that feels right. Like, it looks right. Like, in theory, I'd love that to be the place I go, but I just don't know quite yet. And so something I want you to brainstorm is like the touch points in your offers. Like, we're not talking creating low-level offers for low-ticket buyers. We're talking creating low-ticket offers for high-ticket buyers, right? Like, this mindset audit was for people that are already making thousands and thousands of dollars online, but want to make thousands more. Same thing goes for like my hypnotherapy bundles or any of my lower ticket offers, embodying the leader within included. Like, technically people are in that space right now for $150 a month, but most of them have already hit 6 figures. They're scaling beyond that, but it was still a space for them to connect with me if they've ever had, issues in the past with coaches or fear or, whatever come up when it comes to investing, to connect with me and then, move forward into a different space. And so I just want you to think about that. And also realize that it's okay to sell your time for a little bit less. It's okay to do intensives to then upsell. It's okay to do audits to then upsell. It's okay to, if you're a new hypnotherapist or a new energy healer, or a new breathwork coach, to offer, let's say, like 10 or 20 sessions for a lower price point and then upsell and pitch those people into higher level offers because you've built that trust, or just to gain testimonials. We talk a lot about not doing free work. And although I 100% agree with that, I also think that, me building safety with the people that are investing in me is more important to me than, getting mad about spending 45 minutes of my time for $44, right? So that's just something that I want you to think about with the touch points in your offers. Again, like, this is why a lot of people can struggle to sell like one-on-one coaching spots that are super high ticket, or mastermind spots that are super high ticket, because there just could be those people in your audience that need that touch point with you. So there's a lot of different ways to do this. I have like so many different avenues for this to happen in my business for different types of buyers. So I have the mindset audits, I have embodying the leader within, I have hypnotherapy bundles, I have a bunch of other programs that are coming out in this August birthday month offer that we're doing all of August. And so, again, there's so many different touch points there. I have my membership, I have a free hypnosis. So this has led me to, like, on TikTok, pitching the membership and having people come into the membership, and then down the line, investing in one-on-one hypnotherapy or investing in embodying the leader within. It's this ripple effect of, high ticket buyers that stay in my space for years to come because they try hypnotherapy and they're like, I'm never going anywhere, but I just needed to see that initial value, even if I know that it's something that I want. And so, again, this is twofold. On the marketing side of things, the messaging side of things, we should be speaking to buyers that are ready, that already see the value in what we do, that, love like subconscious reprogramming in my case, like, or even like, I love breath work, I love nervous system regulation. So someone should be speaking to my type of buyer that knows that they need it and knows that it's valuable, right? But then on the flip side too, we can also create different touch points that allow them to, upsell and move into different offers in different spaces. And so this is something that we are talking about in my AWARE Masterclass, which was dropped August 1st. And this is something that, overall is a part of this 3-step system that I'm teaching you that can create the trust and the safety in order for people to spend thousands and thousands more, with you and online with you. And this should supersede the marketing and the messaging side of things, because again, if people are just coming into our space and they have nowhere to go because they're not quite ready, then we still want to create the sale. We still want to help them. We still want to serve them. So this also allows you to impact more people. So if you haven't already signed up for the AWARE Masterclass, this is actually something I should not be giving away for free, but I love that I am. It is a masterclass. It's about 45 minutes to an hour. I can't remember exactly how long. And then it also includes a worksheet that you can work through at your own pace or with me through the video that will allow you to, start creating this 3-step system for yourself so that you don't have to, have a crazy website or be on multiple social media platforms, and just allows you to, as a coach with maybe some intangible offers or tangible, you can be a business coach and do this as well too, to start making more money, make thousands more online, but also to convert people with that level of safety. So if you haven't already done so, check out the show notes in the bottom of this episode and sign up for that masterclass for free. Connect with me on Instagram. And then also just know in the month of August, we are going to be dropping a lot of different offers throughout this birthday month. I'm super excited about this. I'm calling it the Subconscious Reprogramming Event of the Year because it's actually the event of the century. I've never seen anyone do this with subconscious reprogramming. So basically every offer that is dropped this month has something to do with subconscious reprogramming. After you finish the masterclass, you'll get access to Hypnotic Money Manifestation, which is a hypnosis and messaging and marketing bundle that not only gives you access to hypnotherapy audios, but also content prompts to speak to that high level buyer. It's only $28. Then we also have, after that, we're going to be launching a hypnosis challenge and a hypnosis and messaging program, which is going to then lead us to the overall rebrand of TVA, my signature program called Subconscious Sales. We're changing everything, guys. It's super exciting. So if you're curious about any of these things, check out my Instagram because we're going to be taking you behind the scenes of this full offer, and definitely sign up for that masterclass. You get the info on everything that's happening. You get a direct ticket and RSVP to my birthday month when you sign up for that masterclass. So I will see you the rest of the month, and happy making thousands more online, guys.